let's start by talking about what education means to all of us. So I'll start from Imaima. What does education mean to you?
I think education is an all-round enlightenment of yourself.
Mm.
And it doesn't really have to be an institutionalized kind of learning. It's just an all-round enlightenment.
So would you see yourself as educated?
Far from it.
Huh?
I'm not educated. I'm a barbarian.
What?
I just live and farm and eat. Of course.
You might even get it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but I think education is just a process of getting a person to that level where they can make better choices, make the best choices in a certain situation. Like this water, dirty water, river water, he knows that this water because he knows that there's a destination process. And just making better choices. And that's what I think.
Well, education for me is getting informed. It's all about information. It's not really about going to school, but it's about just knowing what is going on around you. And I think it's the right thing for every generation, everybody needs to get educated.
Education is really just acquiring knowledge in different aspects of life. It's not just going to school. It's not just about going to have like a formal education. Everybody needs to get educated, like you said. The old, the young, people in the rural areas, and just being enlightened. Really.
So let's get enlightened about education. So Tito, tell us like a little history about Nigerian educational system.
Okay. Well, because I will blame them for scrapping history from my curriculum, so I don't know so much about history of education. It's their fault. Anyways, I do know that we've had the 6334 educational system. Actually, most of us actually passed through that system. All of us went through 6334 until it became 934. That's over 6, right?
Yeah. It was 63.
It was 6334, right? And then now it's 934. Yes. Yes.
Is it really 934? Like if you go to a board school right now, it's 934.
I don't think so. I think it's just what it's just what it's in case. So if you're trying to like group, like you said before, like you didn't pass the 6334.
I passed the 6334.
No, I'm just saying
Okay,
like
okay,
if
okay.
you didn't
Okay, if
pass,
you didn't pass through 6334.
then you're now you're actually allowed to like do like the
934, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, see, Nigeria has a thing with looking good on paper. If you look at the whole system and history of education in Nigeria, you know that the goals that we always set for ourselves, they're quite lofty, and we ended up never ever meeting those goals. Let me take one excerpt from the National Policy on Education 2004. This is what the Ministry of Education set as a standard for the ministry to do. Like it said, education is a preparation for useful living within society and preparation for higher education, tertiary education, which is the post-secondary education given in the higher institution, aims at the acquisition, development, and inculcation of the proper value orientation for the survival of the individual and society at large. See, there's a very big problem. The development of the intellectual capabilities or capacities of individuals to understand and appreciate the environment. See, we don't even appreciate the environment. What I'm talking about. The acquisition of both physical and intellectual skills which enable individuals to develop, and the acquisition of the objective view of local and external environment. So we've always had these lofty goals for education, but somehow the system keeps changing. You know, even after this, before this 6334 became 934, they wanted to do 16334.
That was when did that?
That was before this 934 became, like before it was put in place. It was a 16334 that was put in place. And that one was like for children from 3 to 4 years old. Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, are you guys missing the point here that is not the system?
Yeah, it's not the structure that is the problem. It's actually like the content of
the
work.
content of the education.
Yeah.
Go to a school that, oh, this one is even popular, I don't even need to go too far. You saw that picture of that guy that was teaching Microsoft Excel on the blackboard. You remember that picture that went viral?
Microsoft Excel. You
remember that picture? He was teaching Microsoft Excel. He actually was
drew
artistic, drew the whole thing on the
No.
blackboard. Now, tell me, if Microsoft weren't so like charitable and so on, like, oh my god, these poor kids don't have a computer, so we need to give them a computer. Even those computers still today, I'm not sure those computers have been plugged in or
used.
I'm not even sure they're being used. All we saw was computers in boxes dropped. We didn't see children using computers. So where's the follow-through?
So I think it comes more from the teachers, the people
You know?
teaching, because they need to be informed
Of
on how
course.
to use these devices before you. So.
And even the principals. I remember when we were doing the community development policy, and we got to these community schools. They have well-equipped computers, and most of them are not even using them. They're like kept somewhere and closed up.
High-speed processors, i7,
They have
all
like
the dusty.
What do they call that? The one you can write on. Projectors, really good ones, and they've not even switched on for years, like dusty and all that. They don't use it, and later they would say this is not provided to community schools, but you know.
So while I was actually having a conversation with him before we started. He was asking some questions, and I was telling him that I think we need to just take off most teachers in most of these public schools and just bring in new teachers. So just change the whole system. It's not really about the kids. It's really about the people informing them. So they need to probably go through trainings or something. The government needs to look into that. Probably send them abroad for workshops.
Thank you very much. Let them see how education
It's
is
done.
I know these things, they're not, most of these things that we try to do in society, they're not our thing. You know, we got them. So we need to see how it is done and how to now come back and how to apply it.
How to even make it our own.
You know how to thank you.
To be honest, these things are not difficult. Reason being that how I feel these things work, those countries have done a whole lot. You understand? They are developed countries. So just use their models and bring them to Nigeria. Things work.
But it's also because we don't have strict rules and stuff. If you see a teacher coming to apply for a job as a teacher, there's no say institution they have to pass through to even have like a certificate.
I'll get to this
in order
the next topic.
There's nothing like that. Well, I had while I was in school, I had like a roommate, and he was a teacher, and he was applying. He came from Spain, so you get the whole picture. And he was trying to apply for being a teacher, and he would leave the house every single day, come back frustrated. Like, these exams are so hard, the processes are too long. Just become a teacher. And when he got it, he was so happy. So tell me why he wouldn't want to put his all in it. Do you understand? Because the process is rigorous. You can't do that here. Anybody can do it.
And one thing we joke with again is, you see, when I was in high school, I heard one time that they used to pay teachers 15K. Now you look at what can 15K actually do for
Yeah.
me in Nigeria?
Yes.
So if you're paying a teacher 15K, and the person is coming to school frustrated, they won't want to do it. Just sit in the staff room and
Yes.
so I think the government needs to look into that as well, how to at least increase that salary.
Sitting in a staff room and thinking of ways to harass
You see, so
Yes.
But even the teaching job should be one vacation that things like money shouldn't like matter. It matters, but it should also be like just an addition. It should be something you want to do, and impacting in the child means like more to you and seeing that child succeed. I don't see it as okay because I'm not paid, I'm trying to rebel. I'm actually like putting it on the child and I'm not teaching the child right.
You're making
Absolutely.
those terms.
Yeah.
My like when I was in high school, I had this math teacher.
Mm.
He is a graduate of Futo. So he was actually the one that let me know that Futo does actually churn out some of the brightest minds in Nigeria.
Mm.
And this guy, when we were like, well, he could teach you mathematics without even looking at his book. He would be on the board, maybe you have to go through lapses, several times. And he was getting this thing, but because he was so good, we were about 30 students in the class. He convinced our parents, and our parents, of course, came to ask us. So he convinced our parents to get him extra for like after classes. So that 50K.
Into
Yes, because
Because then if you decide not to do the PM4, you're already equipped with knowledge.
to take care of yourself. Because 934 is free. The 9 part now is free. Before in 6334, only the 6 was free. You get
free in what sense?
like tuition free. No, that is exactly entirely.
I was wondering if free you were referring to.
I'm really tired.
I like to use that word free. You know, nothing in life is ever free. Anybody does anything is free.
Nothing in
Right?
Nigeria is
Nothing,
ever-
like, okay, I said tuition is free, but you have to pay by your school uniform. You have to pay some other auxiliary fees. Let's say books and stuff like that.
Oh, this isn't like, the government.
Yes, government
Right, right,
institutions,
right.
federal institutions. So what they wanted to do was, okay, forget that junior secondary, don't pay for junior secondary. Because your junior secondary, you're still very general. You've not yet chosen if you're going to be science, arts, social sciences. So just use that 9 parts now. They just keep this 9 parts. Now from the 3 parts, Nigerians like to wait for office. You start paying for that 3 now for 7 years straight. But then there was also something I saw that they said tertiary education was also free. And some vice chancellors were taking against it. And what I wanted to say about that is, if you look at some of the best institutions in the world, even if you say you can't make it free, you have to make it.
They offer what?
But
Student deals, loans.
But funny enough, I don't want that for Nigeria. Student loans. Not student loans, but I don't want tertiary education to be free.
No, it shouldn't be free, yeah? But
Well, what's the reason?
I don't know. I want people. I don't think people value education a lot when we give them things free. You understand? I want, and we have Nigerians can be lazy when if you give them that kind of system, you would eat it up, and people would just go to school to get student loans, and we're not even that strong with enforcing stuff.
yes.
So if you start something like that,
Something
we
things
would
we
lose. Like, I don't think it's good for our.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we need to rethink the personnel in charge of most of these things. Like, these guys now saying they don't want these vice chancellors are complaining. They're complaining because certain choppings are not reaching their goal.
Yes.
Yes. They're not complaining the way you're complaining. Your complaint is, your complaint is, their own is back pockets.
Of course, if you say student loans, see, and that's why if the system works right, there will be no money to put in the pocket. And that's why the system would, it will work right, but people wouldn't let the system work right, because every money is going into something. There's just nowhere to steal money from.
You know, even like most of these institutions now, you see like they have really, okay, most of them, but they have really substantial benefactors or beneficiaries. Somebody that gives the benefactor.
Yeah, benefactor.
They have really rich benefactors that they always call it. Even the medical system, they always have this kind of benefactors. In Nigeria,
Even benefiting.
That's it.
From the fact nothing is working.
You know? So there are a lot of things. We look at those things on the outside. We need to go inside.
So we are saying the structure is not bad per se.
No.
So,
It's beautiful.
right.
But the implementation.
Yeah.
Implementation. How do you put it?
What actually matters. And I feel time matters a lot, you understand, especially with children, because if it's not really about just going to school, it's about coming back from school. Hey, bring your books. Well, let me look at your homeworks, your assignments, or your books. Let's discuss. So that time you actually spend to discuss with these kids actually means a lot. But I feel right now a lot of parents are busy chasing money. So because of your 9-to-5 job, you come back, you're really tired, and you don't really spend time with them again, and it really affects these kids.
The three things that Nigerian parents think children need is education, shelter, food.
That's it.
I'm done with you. Once I've given you all these things, I'm done. The other things you're going through is not my problem. It's just your problem.
Yeah.
Find a way to deal with it. And it boils, I feel like we say it's depreciated, but I think it all started from, I don't know, generations before us. We focus more on having your male child or female child come back with a husband or a wife and give birth to children, because that's what that's
funny enough,
but we can't.
I would like to disagree, because they get to a point where they say, okay, now it's time for you to get married. But before then, and before that past, they would say, okay, this is the time for you to actually build up. To the time.
No, not really. Right from when you're small, they even it's so disgusting
So
to listen to adults tell.
I think now they do it.
My
but I
child
don't
marry
think
your own
then.
child.
What
What is your ideal?
Oh, my child.
what I would say is it depends on the family you come from.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it does.
So-
but now I'm just speaking.
There are some
like,
parents who
generally,
yeah.
but that's
Okay,
true.
true.
I feel like 60% or 70% are always in the category where they're like, oh, you bring a child or you grandchildren. It does not. It makes no sense. If I can't parent, don't force me to parent.
Yes.
Simple. And then if you're equipped for parenting, you bring up better children, and these children go. They become leaders. They become people who are grounded and people who have, I don't know, the ability, emotional and what's it called? Oh my, what's the word I'm looking? Emotional and mental stability to deal with things that life brings on them. But what we have now is just people who grew up and they're like, oh, okay, we need money, or okay, we need to give birth to children, and it's I don't know, it's messed up. Our whole issue with education, I feel like it has depreciated, but it did not start today. It has always been there. It's like this is the fruit of what people have already planted years ago.
Yes.
So we can't sit down and say, oh, that's our fault. Or the only thing we can do is deal with the future generation. Kind of. It might not even be your child's generation, it may be their grandchildren.
But you know, even then, when you're talking about culture, then you could train a neighbor's child. You know, you can see a child and be like, okay, why are you doing what you're doing? And if the child is doing wrong, you can hit on the child, and the parent will come and tell you, thank you. This is a naughty child. But try it now and see what happens. You really cannot
100% for that hitting of children.
It's not about hitting, but correcting.
Yes, correcting is sure.
When people hit, and I always say that when people hit in Nigeria, not all the time though, don't get me wrong, but when people hit in Nigeria, it's not to inflict pain, but it's to correct.
But let me tell you something, this correction thing, let me talk about myself. I'm a stubborn lad. You understand? I am very stubborn. You understand? I won't tell you guys my high school, but I think even till sets that come to the school now, if you ask them of Hano too, they know. I was that stubborn when I used to fight with principals. Oh, why? Because the man, you need to understand different ways to communicate with kids. There are some people that if you flog, they'll do it again, and I'm one of those kind of kids. If you flog me, I'll flog you. So, if you want to tell me to do something, tell me, okay, this is how to do it. Calm down, you understand? This is how to do it, and I'll do it with you. But if you want to bring cane, I'll bring cane and I'll flog you.
No, but funny,
We need to.
see, it's so much challenge for somebody that. Funny enough, if you
That was me then. Yeah, that was me then. So if you want to, I was a very stubborn person. If you want to tell me to do something, call me. Oh boy, see, this is how to do it, and I'll listen to you. But if you want to slap me and beat me, come on now.
no, but I don't think anybody. See, let's be sincere, and I'm very. I don't think anybody just has to flog you for no reason.
See,
But sometimes it's not even called.
I'm
You
sure.
want-
No, I'm sure with him. They call him. They call him and they try to talk to him, and he was stubborn. And then the flogging came. I don't think
Listen.
so. What you're trying to communicate to the child, and the child.
You don't understand.
You're not using your.
Or your cane or your
Okay,
whatever it is you're
anything.
using.
Yeah,
Those things don't work.
For your
I'm telling you, those
It
things
does
don't work.
work. Look at how you turn out.
No, that's a misconception. You think it turned out that way because of all the flogging. But it's because of the things
That's
he has
why.
done.
No, that's why. No,
Thank you.
No, listen. It's not even the choices. Look at when we actually go out. When you see African kids, they're quite different to other kids. And people say, oh, these kids are more respectful in a way. Not respectful. Not respectful. No, not respectful as far. Yeah. But they do know how to, like, you wouldn't say you're scared of somebody. Or say you travel abroad, you'll be scared of anybody. Or you see anybody and you're fearful. But you're respectful that when you actually see certain things, or you know how to manage certain.
So you think it's because of
Parenting and
It's
flogging.
not flogging, but I think with parenting, we actually,
Okay,
the parenting is quite good. I think the way we go about
parenting, you
it.
can only go so far. At the end of the day,
I think
it's a child's
we do.
decision.
Yeah.
I think the other way is to
You
discipline
can't
a
say,
child. You understand? I don't think
Yes,
it's by.
see.
I think it helps.
It just makes that child scared.
Yes.
I'm telling you, there's some
really
people that
does.
by the time they hear the dad's horn, pom pom.
There's some
daddy's
children.
coming.
No, I
Yeah.
know somebody
Yeah.
that the parents do not hit on them, but they are so scared of the parent. And then
You
what?
see?
That is what I'm saying.
How is that? Mentally, that's not even good. There's some kids you beat and they are not scared of the parent. They still come and laugh with the parent, but they know they were wrong.
Okay, so
And they're
now
like, okay, I needed to be spanked. That's okay. But it's not about.
I don't agree.
I agree, but each to their own.
Well, to each his
I'm
own.
going to give to each
Okay.
his own.
Sorry.
Yes. What do you think to do? You're
Me?
so quiet.
I'm just remembering, man. Ah, shit. I think I see something wrong.
Wow.
What did I do to you? It got you very stubborn. Upset.
No, yeah, eventually he turned me to a rebel in high school.
What is it?
It doesn't do much
What is
to
it?
it.
No, because I'm
harm than it
the
does
kind of
good.
guy, I'm the good guy in the group of bad people. But when they are flogging me, they flog me and jump.
Of course.
Mm.
Because you're in the
Yeah,
group.
because I'm inside. So I said, okay, no problem. Let me now come back.
Okay.
You,
You see?
you see it?
But then, what do you want them to do?
Single me out now. Look at me. Look at my face. I look like
How would they know that?
Do you
They
know how I
flog
can?
you in a place you're
Let me
not
tell you
meant to
guys.
be.
Okay, let me tell you guys. I was in a very good school here in Port Harcourt, and this thing you're saying, there was no time they called me to tell me, oh, okay, don't do this
Yeah,
again.
don't be
It was
silly.
from the first time. I'm not joking with you. You can ask anybody. Okay, I went to Graceland.
Yeah,
I went to
yeah.
Graceland. I'm not joking. Ask anybody from Graceland. Those guys will beat you silly. Like, you understand? I had this very wicked guy. The guy was wicked. I won't lie to you. I'm still looking for that man. He flogged me so bad that it got to a point when I held the cane and don't try it again. Like, what's going on? But because of all those things, it made me stubborn. I now left the school. You understand? I had issues and I left because I was too stubborn. So I went to another school, and when I went to the school, the principal or the owner of the school actually noticed me, and she was like, okay, this guy is a stubborn human being. She called me one day and told me, have you ever thought of using this your stubbornness in a very good way? Yes, and she spoke to me, and every time I do something or I fight and I punch someone or something, she calls me, come. And she won't do anything to me. She called me and she called the other guy, come. So what happened? How did this happen? Is it good? Okay. She taught me how to manage my anger and all that. And it really helped me.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. So it
So I
depends
calmed
on
down.
the kids. So you should know how to treat
Yes.
every kid.
Yes.
You should know what works for what kid.
That
Because
is it.
spanking works for some.
Now, do you know that his PhD is being sponsored by Facebook? Now, you see, he will work while doing his PhD, innovate an industry.
Nigerian?
And Facebook, no, it's Spanish.
Okay, Spanish.
He will work, he will innovate that industry, and Facebook will own that
Of
innovation.
course.
Now you see, that innovation will not diffuse where it's supposed to go to across the educational section. Do you understand? Because it is corporate.
Yes.
See, this is how most, like in MIT, almost it takes the grace of God. See, that's why sometimes people tell me that God, see, white people sometimes, the way they think well, when they think well. These guys are not religious, but they are willing to bring out tools and things for you to use for free. Us will say not lie. Let's bring out $1,000.
Of course.
You know? So
We are like the most religious set of people. You're like, how does that even tally?
no. So they're accelerating at a rate we can't keep up with. For reasons that we will not be informed about most of the time. You get. So that's why I said, yes, go there, get that knowledge, come back with it here.
But most of them people don't come back, they come back to exploit others.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're not coming because it's even the whole survival stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't even
But-
implement the
That's
things
what-
you learned back in
True,
college.
true.
Sometimes.
But apart from that, I don't think it's very good to come back. You understand? I believe everybody should come back and say what he can add.
What can
Yeah,
I?
so- But the system is so messed up.
It is.
You come back and you just stay in the house and
No,
you're not
but
doing
It
anything.
is,
You feel me?
Sometimes
So-
that's just fake.
Yeah, so I think it's the government as well has to help out because it's not really about us coming back and you get frustrated. Sweat down.
You know, like, do what you have to do. Establish yourself and then come
That's
back.
Back, yes.
You have to have
Establish
something.
yourself there,
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Because,
Yes, get your things there so that.
sorry.
No,
But
okay,
even-
okay, I'll give you an example. Like that guy that sold that his map software to
Okay.
Apple and made the video. I think if he was here, we make that map software.
You understand?
Definitely not make it here. Yeah, those kind of things happen outside. So, but yeah, we see the incentive. But in the end, okay, now he's done that. Well, now has he tried to use that to come here and edit our own maps? You feel me? Like we're having say, like you see that meme about the drone in there. And they say Nigeria is beautiful, they say let the drone come.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have all these little structural issues that we have.
Yeah.
Look, in the country I study innovation. There are places called economic zones in the city. You cannot just come and transact everywhere. So just come and put umbrella and start selling.
You understand?
You can't just come and do that. A perfect example, if you go to Obasanjo Road, yeah? And that police station, Obasanjo Road, just go in. You see one store, they used to call it Bole King. I see Bole King here. There was one woman selling Bole here too. And Bole King spent close more than ₦1 million on setup. That man just bought this good, yam, farm, charcoal. That man just spent more than 5,000. Because most of it was counted. That man single-handedly ran down. Do Do you get? So you see these little disparities. I'm not saying you should tie the woman to jail. Oh, just find a different way. That's it. So we have these little issues, and these things now, you cannot go and just that. Even Frank Long, I did a comedy about this in America. When we went to America, and saw them selling chicken, and then he went outside and just did on them. The police came and arrested him. You see, that's why people choose to do things before the police. Because here we don't have those. No joke, I use that, like this was in real life in my face, like for example, like you can collect kill. I would prefer to go and sit down and let us listen. That's boring. Well, that woman will not just allow me because I can't just buy it from her. I want to live with it. How much is brother King spend to do that? Even if we fail, we don't say compared to another.